All right, welcome back. In week 2 now of Athlean-X training camp kicks off, and O does it with our upper body push workout and our burpee push-up pyramid. So what are we doing here? We're gonna combine one of the tougher sort of total body conditioning exercises, our burpee, with our push-up, and we're gonna do them in a pyramid structure. So we're gonna do 8 push-ups, 6 push-ups, 4, and then 2, each one interspersed with a burpee. It's gonna look like this, 3 times through. So we come down, we go through our push-ups, 4, 8, come up, jump, straight back down, and go 6. Feet in, jump up, straight down, 4, up, and then straight down, 1, 2. Okay, first set. Again, 60 seconds rest. Do it all over again, 2 more times. Next, we move over alternating dumbbell incline bench. We're gonna grab our dumbbells, head over to an incline bench. I think the key here is setting this thing up to about a 30-degree incline. You don't want to be way up high because the more you get to vertical, the more shoulder work you're doing. Right? If you're straight up here, you're working your shoulders. So the more you start to lean back, it starts to shift the focus of the exercise lower and lower and lower down onto the chest. So when you're going flat bench press, you're pretty much working down the midline. So every degree between flat and totally straight up works somewhere between the mid and shoulder area. So at around 30 degrees, you're basically looking at the best targeted area towards the upper chest. We're going again with the alternate dumbbell, right? So the alternating drop down here and then back up. Here, more of a traditional grip, whereas last time we did the bench, we used the neutral grip. And again, the tendency, once I start to load these dumbbells up and start using like 70s or 80s, it's gonna wanna pull me right off the bench here unless I use my core and contract it on that left-hand side to hold me back and stabilize. So that's the purpose of the alternation, down and then up. 4 sets of 12 on each. 12 reps on each arm. Okay, and one more time, don't go any lower than that 90-degree angle, about parallel to the rest of my body or torso. Then I come up, 3 sets of side laterals. So we're not going L here. We're gonna go the traditional side lateral, but there's something very important that you wanna take note of when you do these. We hear about the pitcher position, pouring the pitchers. At the top, my thumb being in this down position. That's a complete opposite of what you actually want to do when you're doing this exercise. When you get your arm up past sort of your shoulder height here, above shoulder height, and then you turn your arm down, this is internal rotation, which is what we talked about we wanted to sort of counter with our external rotation exercises. So once I'm up here and I point my fingers down, my thumb down, I'm actually causing more impingement of the shoulder. So if you're the kind of guy that's been doing side laterals for years and years and years, you're really, while you may be building up the deltoid, you're contributing to a worse and worse problem in your shoulder, the imbalance between deltoid strength and rotator cuff. So you don't want to do this, you actually want to do the complete opposite, and that is turn your thumb up a little bit, which would look like this. Here, and then slightly up at the top. Here they're down flat, up at the top, they're turned up a little bit towards the sky. And again, you never just want to drop the weight straight down. You want to control it. Next, we head over to our tubing. Again, if you're in the gym, for all these exercises, if you're in the gym, this is a cable movement. You don't need to use tubing. Matter of fact, a lot of people will say that they don't have tubing at their gyms. That's perfectly fine. You use your cable machine. You can load it up with a lot of weight and push yourself. All these things. I want to make this so that you can do it anywhere with no excuses. And with a piece of inexpensive tubing, you can get this stuff done for less than 10 bucks. So the tubing tricep kickback, it's anchored in here, elbows are back, lean forward, butt out, kick it straight back behind you. I like to use that false grip again, that empty grip, because I don't want to feel like I'm using my forearm to curl. I just want to push it straight back and keep my elbows in tight to my sides, just like that. okay? We go 3 sets of 10 to 12. Again, just because you're using tubing doesn't mean you can't go to failure. Use a heavy enough resistance where you can wear those triceps out by the time you get to 10 to 12. And then lastly, you're gonna flip it around, tubing tricep push-aways. We get right inside. Now we're gonna work sort of the stretch position of the triceps by getting up tall here, taking a step out, getting our elbows pointed up, sort of at the horizon, and then extending the arm straight up overhead. So you can see in this back position here, I have a good stretch on my triceps, and then I'm gonna extend straight out. 3 sets of 12 on these. Now if you really wanna make it challenging, put your feet together and do the same thing. Now you really have to work your core because I don't have the advantage of that wide stance here for that broad and base of support. That's it. So another upper body push workout in the books. We know Tuesday, Thursday is our conditioning workouts. So we're coming back tomorrow, come back Thursday, and spread out that weight training with a day off in between of athlete burst training. But the strength training Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in this first phase. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Remember, eat well, rest up, get yourself ready. What you do once you leave the gym is just as important as what you do in it. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.